Thank you, Emery, and thank you, and good morning. You know, for an energy nerd, this is like nirvana. This is fantastic, and that all of you want to come in here and talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. And I have to tell you, my family will be very pleased to hear that I kind of got all this out of my system before I return home tonight. But I can't think of many things that are more important to this state and to this country right now than a new energy future, one that is secure and clean. And also a new economy, one that is secure and is clean. So I applaud the Department of Commerce and the Northwest Environmental Business Council for putting together this convention, and thank you, Rogers, for asking me to speak. And I wanted to step back because for the last 4 months since I took this position, I've really been focused internally. And I've made the point that I have learned more about even my own company in the last 4 months than I have in the last 12 years that I've been there. And I've been spending my time really getting out with the dedicated employees of Puget Sound Energy.
You mentioned farm power. Could you talk more about PSC's attitude about distributed generation and about incentives for that, specifically feed-in tariffs?
Did you set him up for this?
No, I did.
Okay. So now I get in trouble. Okay, distributed generation. You know, I'm always interested in what we're going to define as distributed generation. Are you talking about, small plants as far as utility scale, but in more distributed? It's kind of interesting. Gas-fired generation needs to be on this side of the Cascades. We have that kind of interesting transmission components and so forth. So as far as distributed generation, it actually would reduce a lot of issues on the grid. But from time to time, I think over even the last 15 years, we've always been looking at distributed generation. However, solar panels on a customer's roof is distributed generation. So it's kind of, when you talk about those types of things, it's interesting what scale we're really talking about. It all comes down to planners. It all comes down to really the distribution system in the grid. I don't think any utility necessarily would be against different forms of generation. We're always looking for reliability solutions for the grid.